Hi, who am I speaking with?
Luigi, this is Luigi.
Hi, Luigi. What question do you have?
I have a question about absolute value.
About absolute value?
Yes.
Okay, what's your question?
So, I have this thing that says solve the equation, check your answer, and it's got the absolute value of -6x.
Sorry, the absolute value, say that one more time.
The absolute value of -6x
Okay,
equals 24.
equals 24. And you have to solve and check your solution?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so if you can cut to my screen, I can show you. One thing that's important to know about absolute value is that absolute value means the distance from zero. So this is Luigi's question here with the absolute value of -6x equals 24, and I'll get to that in just a second. If we have the absolute value of x equals 4, so I'm just kind of giving an example. What that means is that whatever x is, it's going to be 4 spaces away from 0. And so solutions to this are +4, or so if you look on the number line, +4 is 4 spaces away from 0, and -4 is the other number that is 4 spaces away from 0. And so most absolute value equations have 2 solutions to them because it's the distance from 0. We have the negative distance from 0 and we have the positive distance from 0. So back to Luigi's question, the -6x equals 24. Whenever we solve absolute value equations, we begin by writing 2 separate equations so that we can get both of our answers. So the first equation I'll write is -6x equals 24. So just how you see it without those absolute value bars. That's the first equation we write. The second equation, just like my example that I showed with absolute value of 4, the second equation is going to be the opposite of that. So like +4, the opposite of +4 is -4. So the way that I will write that is -6x equals -24. And so I have 2 equations that satisfy my absolute value of -6. So what we'll do now is we'll solve both equations, and then we will check our answer for x. So to solve for the first equation, to get x by itself, we want to divide both sides by 6, or -6, sorry. And -6 divided by -6 gives you 1. So on the left, you're left with just x. And 24 divided by -6, you get -4. And then so that's our first equation. The second equation, same thing. To get x by itself, we'll divide by -6. And on the right side of the equation, we now have +4. So it just so works out that it's actually the same as the example that I gave. Now Luigi said that we needed to check the work. So to check the work for any equation, you always want to go back and put your answer into the original problem. So we'll start with our first solution, which is x is -4. So we have -6 times -4 equals 24. And what we want to see is if that makes the equation true. If it makes the equation true, then we know we have a correct answer. So inside the absolute value bars, we'll simplify that. We have -6 times -4 gives us 24. And so this part of the equation is true because the absolute value of 24 is 24. 24 is 24 spaces away from 0. We'll check our second solution. So we know that the x is -4. We know this is a solution. We'll check our second solution of x equals 4 by, again, plugging it in and replacing our x variable with that. So, So we have -6 times +4 this time, which gives us 24. And we'll simplify what's inside the absolute value. So negative 6 times 4 gives you negative 24. And negative 24, this is true, negative 24 is 24 spaces away from 0. And so therefore, both solutions check out. So equation solved, equations checked out. Did that answer your question, Luigi? Are you still on the line?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. No problem. Anytime. Call back anytime.
All right.
All right.